Hey guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News with a Rock and Metal News CD review of the new Between the Buried and Me, the Parallax II Future Sequence. Will be released on October the 9th, 2012 through Metal Blade Records. The Parallax II Future Sequence is the first concept album of Between the Buried and Me's career. The concept was first introduced to the band's fans on 2011 through the Parallax Hypersleep Dialogues EP, which establishes the narrative two characters, Prospect 1 and Prospect 2, the story commencing with the events of Parallax II. Separated by millions of light years, the two men exist in ignorance of the other, yet are intrinsically connected by a shared soul, which ultimately brings them together. Both men exist in isolation, one because he runs away from his life that is his, and the other when he leaves his dying planet in the hope of creating new life elsewhere through the planting of souls, explains vocalist Tommy. As the story progresses, you realize that they are actually the same person, and at the end of the journey, they're responsible for destroying all life as they know it, reinforcing the idea that humanity is a destructive species and that there's some kind of innate flaw about us that causes us to destroy everything we touch. So that's a brief background between their EP, the Parallax Hypersleep Dialogues EP, and their new one, the Parallax II Future Sequence. Okay, so now you got the background. Let's get into this album. Now I've had this album for a while now, and it's taken me a lot there's so much music and so much going on in this album that it's taken me a while to really sort of, get to everything here that's going on. So it starts off with the first song is Goodbye to Everything, opens up with some clean vocals, a nice acoustic guitar. It's got some xylophone thrown in there for some good measure. Very moody, almost has an old English style sound to it. Really cool intro. Then it goes into Astral Body. Man, this one moves nicely. It just takes off as a progressive powerhouse. It's got some really cool chord progressions in it. Nice different drum tempos. The screams start about at 140 into the song, and it's got some nice guitar styles, super tight progressive progressions in it, and the instruments climb and ascend together. It's a great track and a nice mix of the dirty and the clean vocals. Number 3 is Lay Your Ghost to Rest. This song starts out powerful right off the start, clocking in at about just over 10 minutes. The bass just really stands out in this one. Some very cool bass runs throughout. Nice tempo changes, cool synth sounds in it. There's even moments in this song that remind me of old Yes. Excellent choruses. This song moves you all over the place. Just sheer mastery. One of my favorite tracks. Definitely has everything in it. The next song is Autumn, and it's an instrumental. It's very interesting synth sounds, very spacey and astral sounds into it, and it's basically an interlude into the next song titled Extremophile Elite. And Extremophile Elite starts with some very cool, killer dual guitar riffs. This album is so nice. It takes you definitely on a journey. That's what this album is like you're going on a journey. It's got some nice heavy prog tracks, as the lyrics say, wake up, wake up. Some interesting vocal effects and real nice BT bam tempo changes all over on this one. Some xylophone and horn sounds in the middle of this one add to the dynamics for sure. And there's some real nice guitar solos and guitar runs in it that just really breaks up this track. Very dynamic song. They even add the part from Specular Reflection in this one, a little lyrical part, and it's just amazing. The next song is number 6. It's called Parallax. Just over a minute of some cool guitar sounds and behind some spoken word. Then it gets into number 7, The Black Box. Just over 2 minutes of some piano and clean vocals. A nice song that adds to the overall concept of the album. Gets heavier at the end and finishes the track off with some clean vocals again. The next song is Telos, which is the first song they released from this album. They're playing this song live on tour, just through the Summer Slaughter tour anyways, and this one has a nice heavy beginning. It's got some scream vocals, nice runs with all the instruments. I like some of the interesting vocal effects used in this song. The drumming is just phenomenal. The use of this organ sound in there with some nice synth effects in the middle, which allows the guitars and drums to just have some room to shine. Very great. and there's some clean vocal breaks in the middle. Just a nice heavy BT Bam finish on that one as well. Number 9 is Bloom. This one here has some piano and heavy guitar, starts it off, and there's some nice, stops in it, stutter stops, and love the vocal phrasing in this song. Very cool rhythms, just over 3 minutes of very interesting beats, vocal phrases, and runs. They even incorporated almost like a 50s beach groove in it with a real blues feel. Very, very killer. Number 10 is Melting City. Very nice, fast start to this one. Really groovy guitar riffs on it. Has some nice layered vocals, starts and stops in it, and it really moves along. Some of the faster beats in this album, definitely, and they stop and give you some acoustic guitar in it, and nice bass runs, clean vocals in the middle. Just a killer track. Number 11 was Silent Flight Parliament. This track checks in at over 15 minutes in length, and man, does it have everything. It's heavy, it's spacey, dreamy, everything BT Bam has to offer. Really sums up the album, as it has tons of different elements for each song on this album, and they incorporate it all in this track. They use some nice organ sounds in it, cool guitar effects in the middle, and real nice moody breaks in it, and some sweet bass melodies. And then the end of the album that brings you down to the end of your journey, and it's titled Goodbye to Everything, a reprise. It's about 2 minutes 30 seconds, some nice clean vocals, nice guitar, finishes off with acoustic guitar, and it brings you down from the trip, definitely. This album has just everything in it. The fans are going to love it. I mean, BT Bam are at their best, and just the vocals are great, the song structures are great. They've added, thrown in some shorter songs and things into it, some interludes, which just really polishes the album off good. And I mean, it's just, it's going to take you several listens to really comprehend what these guys have put onto this CD, because it's just so amazing. And yeah, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock Metal News. Go out and pick up the Between the Buried and Me Parallax II Future Sequence. You will not be disappointed. Thanks for tuning in.